Hey everyone, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I already moisturized my face off camera with my Neutrogena Combination Skin Moisturizer. Now I'm going in with my Becca Backlight Primer and I'm priming my entire face. I wanted a bit of a glowy look today, so that's why I went with the primer, and this is my first time using the primer. And so far I like it. It's pretty good for a first impression. I think it's pretty good. Now I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Eyebrow Pomade, and this is in the shade Ebony. I am so in love with this pomade. I recently started buying things from BH Cosmetics, and I used to stalk their website just to see what they had, but I never really went ahead and bought anything. But a few months ago, I just decided to give it a try, and so far they have not disappointed. So I'm doing my brows like I always do them, with a pencil or with a brow gel or a brow pomade. I go to the bottom of the brow and shape them out first, and then I go ahead and create my shape at the top of the brow. And then after that, I fill it in. I do it the same way every single time, and it works like a charm. I love my little method. Next, I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee, and I'm taking that underneath the brow to clean everything up, to straighten out lines that may be crooked, and I also do that on top of my brow. Now I'm going in with a concealer brush to further blend out the concealer and to further help to clean up any lines that are crooked and make everything just look nice and clean. Right now I'm going back with that angled brush that I used to do my brows, just adding a little bit more product. I kind of took too much away from my brows, so I'm just adding back on what extra I may have taken away, just so everything is nice and symmetrical. Now I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer again in the shade Toffee, and I'm using this as an eyeshadow primer. This is my first time using it as an eyeshadow primer, and I absolutely love it. I don't think I will ever buy another eyeshadow primer again, because I've seen people use concealer as primer, but I was never really sure. I thought that it would be, that it would crease up, but now that I use the method where I place a matte shadow on top of my primer or my concealer, it kind of makes everything just have that same lasting power as it would with a primer. So now, as you can see, I took that shade from that BH Cosmetics 28 Matte Eye Color Shadow, and I am using that to set the concealer for my shadow. And now I am just moisturizing my lips because they were extremely dry. And I'm using my favorite, my Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm. Now I am color correcting, and I think I lost the clip where I was blending it with my finger. I'm not sure, but I think that clip is not in there. But I did blend it in with my finger, my color corrector, like I always do, or blend it out with my finger like I always do. So I'm hitting the same areas underneath my eye, above my lip, underneath my lip, anywhere where there's discoloration that I am pretty sure will show through my foundation. Now I'm taking one of my favorite palettes, the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette, and I am taking the shade Morocco and using that as my transition shade above my crease. And of course, I'm doing this with both eyes. Out of the same palette, I am taking the shade Jezebel, and I'm using that on my outer V and my inner V. And this will be the outside part of my halo eye. And I'm just packing it on to give me the most color payoff, because I want that color on the outside to be vibrant as much as the color in the center is going to be vibrant. So I want it to really pop. I want everything to pop about this look. And as you can see, I'm packing on the color and using my Morphe M411 brush to blend out the edges as I go. And once I'm blending, some of the color kind of fades away, and I just add on more color to get more intensity. Now for the center of my eye, which will be my halo, I'm using from the Nubian 2 palette the shade Nairobi, which is a beautiful, vibrant yellow gold shade. I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite ones out of the entire palette. I use this Morphe shader brush. It's like a thicker shader brush to put it on, but it really wasn't doing the shade justice for me. This shade was not going on as vibrantly as I wanted to. So I took this BH Cosmetics number 8 shader brush to see if I could get more color payoff, and it still wasn't doing anything for me. So later on, you will see that I spray my brush, the BH Cosmetics brush, I spray it with some E.L.F setting spray just to wet the brush, and when I put it on, I got the color that I was looking for. And I absolutely love it. For my brow bone here, I'm using this E.L.F blending brush, and I'm taking the shade Zuri to highlight my brow bone. Right here, I am taking my ColourPop eyeliner in the shade Get Paid. It's like a champagne gold shade, and I'm using that on my waterline. Now I'm going in with my Clinique 24 hour, is that what it's called? I can't remember. I think it's 24-hour makeup in the shade 25 Spice. I really love this foundation for pretty much for all day. I don't know, I'm not sure if it lasts for 24 hours, but for however long I'm staying out during the day, from about 7 in the morning till about 4 in the afternoon, it really lasts me, and it keeps me matte as well. And of course, to apply this foundation, I am using my favorite, my Beauty Blender Pro. Right here, I'm taking my NYX HD Concealer in the shade Tan, and I'm using that to go ahead and highlight my under eye, bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. After I go ahead and highlight those areas with my concealer, I'm going to take my Beauty Blender Pro and blend everything out. Now I'm going in with my Sacha Buttercup powder to go ahead and set everything that I highlighted under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. Now going underneath my lash line with my E.L.F. smudge brush, I am taking the shade Jezebel again from the Nubian 2 palette. Now with my E.L.F. Kabuki powder brush, I am going in with the Black Radiance Soft Focus Powder, the middle shade, in the shade Creamy Bronze Finish. And I'm setting my entire face with this color. And as I'm setting my face with the powder, I'm sweeping away the bake from the Sacha Buttercup powder. So I'm basically sweeping away the Sacha Buttercup while I'm patting the Black Radiance powder in. Now right here I'm going in with my E.L.F. contour brush into my Black Radiance contour palette, and I'm taking the deepest shade and I'm starting with contouring my nose, and I'm going to go ahead and contour my cheekbones. And the way that I contour my cheekbones is I take the powder and I go ahead and just create a very sharp line with the brush and sweep all of the contour powder upwards. And I do that on both sides. Then afterwards, I take my Morphe M530 contour blender brush, and that's when I start to blend everything out, so that way I can go ahead and soften all of the harsh lines. Next, I'm going into my E.L.F. blush palette in dark, and I'm taking that shade right there to go ahead and bring some color back into my cheeks. Next, in order for us to blind the people, we need to go ahead and highlight our face. So I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerriero collab glow kit, and I'm using the shade Daydream to highlight the usual areas. I'm highlighting my cheekbones, I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, and I'm going to add a little bit of highlight. Usually I use the excess highlight that's on the brush. I use that to highlight my forehead. And the brush that I'm using to highlight my face today is the Morphe M510 brush. Now I'm taking my absolute all-time favorite, my Maybelline Push Up Angel Mascara, and I'm using that to coat my bottom and my top lashes before I put on my falsies. Now to add the finishing touches to my face, I am misting my face with the E.L.F. Makeup Setting Mist. And now for my most favorite part, because I am a lipstick junkie, I am taking this liquid lipstick by Morphe in the shade Mood. This shade is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I only purchased one lipstick from them, well, one liquid lipstick, and I just so happened to choose this color because I thought it was beautiful, and the pictures don't do it justice. It is extremely gorgeous and I love it. Now I'm going back into the eyes. I almost forgot my inner corner highlight. I'm taking that same shade Zuri that I used for my brow bone to highlight my inner corner. And the lashes are Koko by Koko Lashes. And then just like that, my camera went ahead and died, so I had to go ahead and use my phone. But this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the love. Bye, guys.